Welcome back, you lovely bunch. Thanks for tuning in again. I hope you're all doing good. As you can see, I've got myself a new set of wheels for the road bike. These are the FL Maxes from ICAN. Very fetching decals. You can see they're very glistening and shiny. So these are 50mm deep. I believe the front has an internal rim width of 21mm, and then on your rear one you have a 23mm in a rim width. I believe they're both 27.3 outer rim width. So a nice wide set of wheels, a slightly thinner on the front for those aero gains. So they use the well-known Sapim CX spokes, and they have a DT Swiss ratchet style driver, and we'll give it a little. It does sound quite beefy. And so the recommended tyre size for these is anything from 28mm up to a 40mm. I'm actually going to put a 30mm tyre on here. I want something for a bit of everything. Because this bike is aluminium, it's very racy and slightly aggressive. I do like a slightly wider tyre on it for a bit of comfort. You get a 38mm, a 40mm, a 52mm and a 50mm. So there's a lot of choice, and whatever rim size you go for, it will cost you the same. So it's $919. So even when I select shipping from near you, it still tells me in dollars. So $919. I want to say these are cheap, and everyone always tells me off for saying things like that, but brands like this are like aiming to compete with brands like Envy and like Rovol and Zip, and they're saying their wheels are as good as those competitors' wheels. So when your competitor is knocking out wheels for like £2,000 plus and you're putting them out for £1,000, I mean, I'd say that's cheap in comparison. So these aren't like a entry-level wheel. They're designed as like a high-end wheel, but it is at a more affordable price, you know? I mean, it is still nearly $1,000 for the wheel set, but you know, I've got a nice bike and I like going fast, and I want to make like aero gains, and if you're really into cycling, you will spend a little bit of extra money. But do you have to buy a set of Envies, or can you get away with buying a set of cheap Chinese wheels? Because I mean, honestly, the quality of these, looking at them, it's really good. Like there's no defects, no like rough spots. Like, and I've used a lot of wheels over the years. I mean, you can search back over the channel and see just how many wheel sets I have used. I mean, everything on them is like completely perfect. This is like I think it's like a decal, it's raised. But it makes me want to change the colour, because I've got gold decals on and I could actually do a bit of a matchy, like specialised one on there. So the weight of the pair of these 50mm wheels is meant to be, I think, 1,395 grams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh them. So looking at the site, it says this is the wheel set I have. So the 50 max, the one that I have, is 1,395 for the pair, and that's 645 plus or minus 10, and then 750 for the rear. So front, 645. Right, we've got the front, let's see. Let's have a look. 635. Well, there you go, it comes in 10 grams lighter, and let's try the back one then. Is that spot on? Is that what they said? 750. The front one came up 10 grams lighter than they say, and the rear one came up bang on exactly what they said. So it is 635 grams for the front and 750 grams for the rear. And that's good because, like I said, I'm going to be putting a larger set of tyres on these. I want this bike to be a fun, do it all, everything road bike, and I think 30mm is the maximum tyre I can fit in. So I've got everything ready to go here. I'm going to get these set up. Do you know what I've got, actually? Let me try and find them. 1 second. So look, I have these. These are big bore valves, but they're like rainbow effect. These are too short to put in these wheels, but I do have like a longer stem, and you won't actually see the black bit. So I think I might actually use the black bit and put some Muc Off like oil slick bling on, because in the right light, look, these wheels do actually have that like rainbow effect, and the valve cap comes out right here, so it'll be like all pretty and nice. But yeah, anyway, first impressions, well, a damn good set of wheels, and it does make me think like why you would spend like a heck of a lot of money on like really expensive brands when essentially the wheels are very similar, I believe. These wheels are competing with some of like the biggest brands, you know, some of the more expensive brands, and I'd be really interested to know like how they do stack up against them. This is my first set of wheel set I've used from ICAN, and my first impressions are very good indeed. I mean, they look lovely, the build quality is amazing, like there are no defects. They do actually come with rim tape and valves, but obviously I'm going to be putting some Muc Off stuff in these. Let's get them put on the bike and see how they look. And apologies, by the way, for my dirty cassette. I'll be cleaning that later on. Right, let's get them on the bike. putting on this WTB exposure tyre. It's not like the most race-like, performance-based tyre, but honestly, I want a tyre that can like handle a bit of a kick in. Like the roads around here are not in the best conditions, so I want something tough and fast, and this works for me. It's a very snug fit, which is a good sign, and that's going to hopefully go up very easily. So I'm using these Muc Off big bore valves. These do make installing tubeless tyres much easier because they allow for like, I don't know, like 200% more airflow, and you don't have to use like a compressor, you can just use a normal floor pump. But will my words come back to bite me? Let's see. I'm going to get some sealant. So that is the wheels all set up. I think they look absolutely amazing. I'm really looking forward to testing them out, riding them and seeing how they fare up. I did actually forget to mention this. Look, these do come with like a 2-year warranty. They go through like multiple checks, and they actually put all the results of those checks inside with the wheels. It just shows there is like care and attention to every set of wheels that comes out of the factory. I mean, I don't think this is exclusive for me just because I'm a YouTuber. So it's a nice few extra touches that give you a little bit of peace of mind if you're buying like this sort of wheel set. If you're dropping a load of money on a set of wheels, one, you want them to be good, you want them to perform, but two, you want them to last. You don't want them to be breaking after a few months. And a 2-year warranty like really shows they believe in their product. I actually am pretty confident these are going to last much longer than 2 years. What do you guys think? I think they look lovely. Hopefully they will perform as good as they look. So massive thanks to ICAN for sending these over for me to test, set up and show you guys. Massive thanks to you guys for watching. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe. I'll put links down below to the wheels, and I'll catch you in a future video. Bye.